We've all been there. You're winding down after a long day, or maybe you're just crashing on the couch, and out of nowhere, your dog strolls over. She goes through that little ritual famous spin, the 3 victory laps, and finally, she plops down and presses her body right up against you. It's comfortable, it screams affection, but underneath that peaceful moment, there's way more happening in her head than you probably realize. This act, it's one of the most vulnerable moves a dog can make, and if you're not picking up on what she's putting down, you could be overlooking just how deep her devotion to you really goes. Let's kick things off with the one insight that will totally flip how you view that nightly snuggle session. 1. She sees you as family, and she's got your back. Have you ever caught your dog snoozing with her back literally glued to yours? Or maybe she insists on parking herself right in the bedroom doorway. Most folks write it off as her being needy or just chasing warmth, but the reality is way more instinct-driven. In her head, you're not just her owner, you're her kin, you're part of her inner circle. And if you look at the wild hacks huddle up for one main reason, there's strength in numbers. When she pushes her body against yours, she's literally anchoring herself to you. She's mingling her scent with yours, building that recognizable family fragrance that signals to her that all is right in the world. But here's where it gets next level. When she posts up facing the door, or her ears are twitching at every little creak, she's not being jumpy. She's on watch duty. Dogs have insane situational awareness, even when they're supposedly off duty. By planting herself between you and the entry point, she's willingly stepping into the line of fire. She's sending a clear message. Relax, I'm on it. You get some shit, I'll handle the rest. This isn't just cuddling. It's a self-assigned security shift, and you're the VIP client. 2. She can actually sniff out how you're feeling. You know those days where everything falls apart. You walk through the front door, and before you've even muttered a word, your dog is already there, leaning into your leg, giving you that soulful look. It seems like magic, but there's solid science behind it. A dog's nose is no joke. We're talking 10,000 to 100,000 times more powerful than ours. But it's not all about tracking down hidden snacks. They can actually detect shifts in your body chemistry. Stressed out, your body pumps out cortisol and adrenaline. Feeling down, your serotonin takes a hit. Your dog catches these chemical cues immediately. So when she comes over and drops her head on your lap or curls up beside you on your absolute worst day, she's not hinting for a walk. She's reacting to what her nose is telling her. She picks up that you're not yourself, and her gut reaction is to stick close and help settle the pack. There was a study out of Japan a while back that revealed something pretty wild. When dogs and our humans lock eyes, both get a surge of oxytocin. That's the same feel-good chemical that bonds moms and babies. She's not just acknowledging your rough day. She's actively working to flip the script by sparking that chemical bond between you two. 3. Her favorite sleeping spot on you speaks volumes. Does your dog have a go-to position? Maybe she balls up right on your feet, or maybe she's all about sprawling out on your chest. These aren't random quirks. They're a direct peek into how she views her place in your world. If she crashes on your feet or legs, this is textbook pack mentality and a group. The alpha doesn't sleep exposed to the elements. By settling at your feet, she's positioning youth leader in the most protected spot while she watches the perimeter. It's a huge sign of respect and allegiance. She's telling you, you're the boss, and I'm watching your 6. If she tucks into the curve of your stomach or against your chest, this is vulnerability at its peak. A dog's belly is their most exposed area. If she's comfortable enough to burrow right into you, especially around your midsection, it means she feels totally and completely protected. It harkens back to being a puppy, piled up with her brothers, sisters, and mom. It means you are her sanctuary. If she parks herself on your head or neck, this one boils down to scent. Dogs have glands all over their face and body. When she shoves her face into the crook of your neck, she's claiming you as hers in the most personal way possible. This goes beyond simple love. It's a declaration. She's putting the world on notice and reminding herself that you two are an unbreakable team. 4. She's studying your sleep habits. Ever realize your dog seems to have your daily schedule down better than you do? She knows when the clock hits 5 p.m. sharp, and she knows exactly when that alarm is about to blare. But it runs deeper than that. As you sleep, your body runs through phases. Your breathing speeds up and slows down. Your heart rate changes gears, and you shift around. Your dog is stretched out right beside you. Logging all this information, she picks up on the rhythm of your sleep. She can distinguish between your just rolling over grunt and your getting ready to wake up stretch. That's why some dogs appear to sense nightmares or oncoming anxiety. If your heart starts pounding or your breathing turns ragged during a bad dream, she feels it. More often than not, she'll react by giving you a nudge, a lick, or leaning in harder. She's not being a nuisance. She's trying to calm you down. Just like a mother dog settles her restless puppies, she's quietly working behind the scenes to keep your sleep space peaceful. 5. She's got you wrapped around her paw and you don't see it coming. Alright, let's keep it 100. Have you ever tried to relocate a sleeping dog? You're comfy, you need to switch positions, but she looks so serene. So what's the move? You freeze. You put your own comfort on hold for hers. Congratulations, you've been played. Dogs are absolute pros at operant conditioning. They catch on fast to what gets results. If she hits you with those sad eyes and you let her crash on the bed, she files away that the eyes are effective. If she drops her head on your arm and you start rubbing her belly, she notes that head on arm equals good scratches. But it's more nuanced than that. She's picking up on your subtle tells. She associates the click of the TV remote with bedtime. She knows that when you heave a big sigh, you're drifting off, and it's okay for her to do the same. This nightly dance is a two-way conversation. You've created a silent understanding. Together, a series of tiny exchanges that communicate. Time to power down, and we're doing it as a team. She didn't just stumble onto a cozy spot. She masterminded a scenario where you willingly play along with her comfort game night after night. 6. This is the purest form of trust she can offer. Let's circle back to where we started. We've covered her standing guard, smelling your emotions, and conditioning your behavior. But let's cut through everything and get to the heart of it. Dogs come from wolves. They're wired with a deep-seated instinct that tags sleep as a high-risk activity. It's when they're at their weakest, out in the wild. A wolf would never shut its eyes next to something it didn't wholeheartedly trust. Every single night, your dog makes a conscious decision. She decides to drop her defenses. She chooses to ignore millions of years of evolution screaming at her to stay vigilant. She does this because, right then and there, being beside you matters more than being protected from the outside world. This isn't just about catching Z's. She's handing you her vulnerability. She's placing her trust in your hands. She's letting you know that despite all the chaos, threats, and uncertainty out there, you are the single factor that makes her feel completely and utterly safe. So the next time she snuggles up beside you and releases that big, satisfied sigh right before dozing off, understand this: that exhale isn't purely exhaustion. It's the sound of a soul that feels genuinely at peace. And in a dog's world, that is the biggest compliment they can ever pay you.